It's told of a man who was looking for a job. He was a man with bulging muscles and out of work. He was a bodybuilder by training. And he went into a zoo because he'd seen an advertisement that said, "Wanted man to work at zoo." When he went there, to his utter horror, he found out that the only job they had open for him was somebody to play the part of a monkey. A lot of children were going to be coming in the next few days, and they had run out of monkeys, needed somebody to impersonate one. And since money was tight, this man decided he would take the job. He had to arrive before sunrise, get into the outfit of a monkey, slip in still in the darkness there and get into his cage. Finally, the day dawned and children were coming, and all he had to do was pensively pace the floor, look rather adept at swinging between trees, and eat the peanuts and bananas whenever they were fed to him. Now, you can do that for about 8 or 10 hours, and after that, he became thoroughly exhausted. The bananas were getting the better of him. And as he was swinging from one tree to another, rather nauseated, he slipped and fell into the lion's den next door. And he shouted, "Help, help!" And the lion leaned over and said, "If you don't shut up, we'll both lose our jobs." But the fact of the matter is that man carries on this game of pretense into many, many arenas of his life. He is attempting to build civilizations when he doesn't know what it means to be civilized. He is trying to be a philosopher when he does not know who the master philosopher is. He's portraying his artistic perceptions. He does not know the master artist. He moralizes on life, but he does not know the moral lawgiver. And this same man tries to build his utopias and bring about his dreams and his optimism, only to find that time and again they come crashing in disaster, as once again he is making a havoc of all of his ambitions. And at that moment he starts to shout, "Help, help," only to find out that the man he is shouting to is playing the same game as he is. G.K. Chesterton, the famous philosopher theologian, was once asked a question in a letter, "What do you think of civilization?" And Chesterton wrote back and said, "I think it is a great idea. Why doesn't somebody start one?" Later on, looking at a series of articles, "What's Wrong with the World?" G.K. Chesterton sent back the shortest letter to the editor, which I am sure the editor had to read 3 times to realize it was for real. Because he sent back this letter saying, "Dear sir, regarding your article, 'What's Wrong with the World?' I am yours truly, G.K. Chesterton. I'm wrong with the world. That's what's wrong with the world." But here we have it. God has told us for centuries now that the fundamental problem with man is his very heart. There is something twisted, almost demonic, within the very heart of man.